And just like we thought, some players realized they're not cut out to be on the particular team they're on. Like spring ball really opened up their eyes. And this is clearly evident at Colorado. 9 Colorado Buffaloes are in the transfer portal. 9.
We all know that Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Prime, Primetime, whatever you want to call him, he's at Colorado, he left Jackson State, he's very bold, and he attracts a lot of attention. It almost feels like at this point in time, Colorado, the football team, it's sort of its own reality TV show. Deion Sanders' son, not the quarterback, but his son who runs the social media page well off YouTube, they're always posting non-stop behind-the-scenes stuff. They do a great job. I'll leave a link down below. Go check them out and subscribe to them. Where I was trying to go with this is, Deion Sanders, he's big on social media. And it almost feels like at this point in time, that is a sales pitch to his recruits. If you come to wherever I'm at, you're going to get your TV time. And it's true. I mean, dang, look at this. Case point and example number 1. This video right here. I have never made a video on Colorado ever in the history of my channel. And as soon as Deion Sanders, aka Coach Prime, goes there, I'm making videos on Colorado. We've talked about this before. It's the Deion effect. I say all that to lead me into this. One of Deion Sanders' biggest things he was known for when he got to Colorado is he said, hey, we're turning this team around and I'm bringing my own dogs and my own players. He made it astronomically clear that he's going to try to run the losers out from the program and bring in some winners. Which I agree with 10,000%. You got to do that if you want to win. You can't keep the same guys, or at least all the same guys, from a 1-11 ball team. But, and I have a big but, and it's been the biggest but that everybody's had, is he doing too much? Is he being too assertive? Is he being too aggressive? You see, more times than not, when you get a first-year head coach in a program, he's not as, I'll just use the same word, as assertive as Deion Sanders has been. For example, take a look at Nick Saban and Kirby Smart. Now, yeah, they'll yell at players and say it's my way or the highway, but when they first got at Alabama and Georgia, they were a little more quiet. They weren't as, what's the word I'm looking for, outlandish. Nick Saban and Kirby Smart, I'm just using them as examples because they're the gold standard. They had a lot of humility when they got the job. And I'm not saying Coach Prime doesn't have a lot of humility, because you know I respect him a ton. What I'm trying to say is, Deion Sanders voices his opinions. He voices everything, whereas Nick Saban and Kirby Smart, when they first got to Alabama and Georgia, they kept it to themselves. I hope that makes sense. Now, getting back on track here with today's video, the main reason I'm making this video, Deion Sanders has already forced 9 players to leave the program. Yes, that is right, you heard me correctly. As to when I'm speaking and filming this video, 9 players from Colorado are in the transfer portal, and it looks like more about to come. The main reason I'm bringing this up and the main reason we're making this video is because I've seen all over social media, people are freaking out about this. People are going, dang man, there's already 9 players in the portal. What's going on at Colorado? So I figured, hey, why not? We haven't spoke about Coach Prime in a minute. We're going to talk about it, and also how Nebraska's new head coach, Matt Rhule, to some people, it looks like he's throwing some shade at Coach Prime. We're going to talk all about those topics. I want to make this a short, simple, and sweet video. You already know. If you're new to the channel and you like college football content, consider joining our amazing community. All right, Matt, blah, blah, shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, like I said, let's get straight into it. First things first, let's address this. So Matt Rhule apparently threw some shots at Deion Sanders, and I'm just going to show you the clip. Matt wrote a clip.
Whereas I hear other schools talking about they can't wait for today, the transfer portal, they can't wait to go out. I can't wait to coach my guys. Let me tell you that. Like, I'm not thinking about anybody else other than this team that's out here. So,
interesting. Now, I'm going to ask y'all a question. Let me know in the comments. Do you think he's throwing some shade, or he's talking about Deion Sanders, or he's just speaking in general? I've seen a lot of people on Twitter going back and forth saying, hey, what are y'all talking about? He didn't even mention Colorado and Deion Sanders, and I agree. But to a certain extent, as you can see from the clip, I mean, Colorado did tweet out, hey, the transfer portal's open, and then Matt Rhule, he made this statement. I don't know, man. I think you can make an argument for either case, and I'm not really going to get too worked up about it because I don't think it's a big deal whatsoever. I just saw a lot of people talking about it. I thought I'd share it with you guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. On the other hand, for Matt Rhule saying, hey, I don't care about the transfer portal, I just want to coach my guys, I do respect that. Because I kind of feel like that's a lost art that some of these coaches are forgetting about. Hey, yeah, the transfer portal's cool and all, but you should use that as a bonus. You need to focus on the guys you currently have. But even if Matt Rhule is throwing shade at Deion Sanders, here's what I'll say about that. Well, can you blame the guy? I mean, Deion Sanders inherited a 1-11 football team. Why wouldn't you want to go in the transfer portal and get new players? Matt Rule, I hate to break the news to you, buddy, but you got way better athletes than what Deion Sanders was working with when he got at Colorado. That's all I got to say about that. Let's move on to the main topic of the main encore, the main reason you clicked onto this video. Colorado players entering the portal. If you got Twitter, you've probably seen this at least once or twice. Everybody's talking about this. Everybody's trying to make a big deal about it. For example, On3 Sports tweeted out 7 Colorado players entered the portal since Saturday, and it's barely been open. And then also another person quote tweeted it and said, "Why is the entire Colorado football team in the transfer portal after one spring game under Deion Sanders, LMAO?" And the tweet he quote tweeted was when Colorado's linebacker Caden Ludwig announced he's entering the portal. All these tweets are getting thousands of likes, so I can only assume thousands of people agree with it. Going back to this tweet though, unless I'm highly misinformed on this, I don't think I am, but Colorado hasn't even had their spring game, so I don't know what this guy's talking about. I could be wrong on that, but unless I miss it, Colorado hasn't had their spring game. But anyways, that's besides the point. The point is these players are entering the portal. I'm going to show it to you right here. Like I said in the intro, 9 players are currently in the transfer portal.
And just like we thought, some players realized they're not cut out to be on the particular team they're on. Like spring ball really opened up their eyes. And this is clearly evident at Colorado. 9 Colorado Buffaloes are in the transfer portal. 9. Okay? So far.
But, and I have a big but, I need you to hear me out. Your casual fans are seeing this on Twitter, Instagram, whatever social media platform, and they're going, dang, what's going on with Coach Prime in Colorado? Why do they have 9 players in the portal? But people that actually keep up with this stuff, you understand this is all part of the process. And matter of fact, for those of you that don't know this, Colorado currently has like 90-something players on their roster, and they got to get down to 85. So Coach Prime needs these players to leave. Because if they don't leave, he's going to have to cut them anyways. So this is essentially a good thing, I guess. I don't know if you would label it as a good thing, but it's more so of this has to happen either way. Either you leave or he tells you you got to leave. I'm going to repeat that because I know a lot of people don't know this. In college, you can only have 85 players on your roster. Okay. Well, the thing with Deion Sanders in Colorado is they currently have like 95 guys practicing. Essentially meaning they need at bare minimum 10 guys to either transfer or leave the team. And it seems like they're going to get to that number relatively quickly because since this portal has opened in the past couple of days, they've already had like 7 new players in there, which is good. But also Deion Sanders has made this clear, and we've already talked about this. He wants more players to enter the portal so he can go get better players in the portal. I don't even know where the video clip is. It's not even worth finding. The point is Deion Sanders has stated that he wants to upgrade at every single position. And why I respect this man so much is because he's brutally honest. He has told his players to their faces, hey, we're looking to get a better guy than you at your same position. And that's what it's about. That's what all these head coaches are doing. He doesn't give his guys coach speak. He just tells them the cold hard truth. And that's why he'll always have my respect. He tells them straight up, hey, you may be a 4-star, but we're trying to get a 5-star. So yeah, a lot of Colorado players have recently entered the portal, but I believe that's because they were like, okay, I'm going to give Coach Prime a shot. Let's see how he runs things. And if I feel like I'm not going to play here, I'll transfer. And that's exactly what has happened in the past couple of months. More times than not, 99% of the time when you see someone enter the transfer portal, it's because of playing time. Very rarely do you see a guy who is starting at a position enter the transfer portal. It does happen, but that's about 0.5% of the time. These guys are leaving for 2 reasons. Either A, Coach Prime has told them you're not going to play here much, or B, they've realized it themselves. So that's it. In my humble opinion, there's no reason whatsoever to freak out about 7 Colorado players entering the portal in the past 48 hours, even to the slightest bit. Don't freak out about it. Actually, you better brace yourself because more are going to enter the portal. Look, man, I mean this in the most respectful way possible. This isn't Jackson State. This is a D1 Power 5 school. What do I mean when I say that? The difference is at Jackson State, Deion Sanders could maybe get 2 or 3 5-stars at a position. At Colorado, he can possibly get a 4 or 5-star at every single position in the long run. Not in the next couple of years, but maybe 5 or 6 years when he builds the program up. Am I saying that's going to happen? No, I'm saying that's a possibility. Whereas at Jackson State, it wasn't a possibility. At Jackson State, you were only going to convince at max 3 to 4/5-star recruits to come there. At Colorado, you could easily see about 10 4 or 5-star recruits go there every single year. That's all I wanted to say about this. I did want to speak on it. I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. Quit freaking out. Quit overreacting. This is normal. And matter of fact, Alabama has had like 12 players enter the portal after their last game of the season. This is normal protocol. I know it seems a little odd that 7 players are in the portal in the last 48 hours, but that's just because they've realized, or Coach Prime told them, they're not going to play. It is simple. Let me know your thoughts down below. But right away, Millie!